Hey, Trevor Layer Smith here of Austere Athletics and Strength and Conditioning.no, austereathletics.com. So today I'm going to show you how to make an awesome sandbag. You know, spring is in the air. I can tell because the neighbors are fertilizing their gardens, and I look like some sort of pasty white mole person. So normal sandbags, you guys have probably seen them made all the time. You know, you've got a bag, guy says throw a bunch of gravel in a big contractor's bag, duct tape the shit out of it, and throw it in another bag. Problem is, and you use it heavily or use it at all, it just breaks down. So you get this sort of crap going on, you know? Gravel's everywhere, you're using it in your face, using it with clients, it's just, dust is flying everywhere, it's gross and disgusting, you know? If you're working hard, it doesn't need to be gross and just like that. It doesn't need to be gross and disgusting and unpleasant. So, I had a stroke of genius when I was making some Bulgarian bags, and I figured, why not use inner tubes tires? And I've done that on a bunch of bags, heavy ones. That one's an 80 kilo bag, and it hasn't ripped yet. And, you know, I beat the crap out of it. So, we've got these German washing bags, $1.99 from mainmilitarysupply.com. Kind of hard to get from Norway, but any military supply store is going to have something like this. You don't need anything too intense. So what we do, we've got equipment right here. I've got 20 kilos of gravel. I swept my street for that gravel. So I got these at an old tire warehouse. They just had them in a giant pile. The only thing I paid for here is the duct tape and the zip ties. So, well, the knife too, but that's old. So, just cut right along. Here's the big sharp metal thing. And when you go to the tire warehouses, inspect the tires real quick, because you don't want to grab just a handful of these things, come home and realize they have holes all over the place, because it's just going to be a hassle. So, move over here, just take it, you roll it up. Nice and tight. If you want to build big sandbags, then I suggest using big tire inner tubes. So get them from a tractor warehouse or something like that, and you can double them up as well. See, this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another big one and I'm going to surround it, probably something about that thick, and that's going to keep it from ripping, keeping it from tearing, keep it from doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So, take a couple of the zip ties, put them on, they're cheap. You can find them anywhere. 2 zip ties. There you go. So, it's only 20 kilos, but I got clients that need to use them for conditioning, or some of them need to get stronger in order to be able to use the bigger, heavier, cooler sandbags. So, okay, so that just took a couple minutes to fill, and I didn't think you wanted to see that. So, I misjudged a little bit, so it's a little bit lighter. It's probably around about 15 kilos now, because I want to have a little bit of space for the sand to move around, so it's not just this big lump of stuff in your arms. Make it feel actually like a sandbag. And then you just take the other side when you're done, get the sand down in there. The zip tie ready to go. Roll it up nice and tight. Doesn't need to look pretty, just needs to work. If you want to buy a pretty sandbag, you can get them online. They're fairly expensive. They're nice though. Once you buy online, they're big heavy-duty canvas bags. They've got handles. You can get them in camo, and black, and even pink. I know, that's pretty exciting. They're nice, but they're expensive. And why spend $100, $80, $100 when you can spend, what, $4 or $5 per sandbag? Is around about what I'm spending for these. So zip tying them up. I usually go three aside, tying them each time. And I used to cut the zip ties, but that means that there's just this nasty, spiky thing on the ends that can get people's hands if they rip through the duct tape. So, here you get the duct tape on there. And this doesn't need to be pretty either. This needs to work. Okay. It's all duct tape. Good to go. Nice tire in the tube. Looks almost like it's going to be a Bulgarian bag. But it's not. Because it becomes a sandbag. We put it in the bag. This bag right here, this big, massive inert lump, is full of steel pellets. So if you want to make a big, heavy, ridiculous sandbag, use steel pellets. So just go to a local manufacturing area, and they have certain types of steel they have to pay to get rid of. And they don't care if you walk in there and say, hey, I'd like to take a couple bucketfuls. I just rigged up one of those and made it on the spot. And there you go. Oh my God, you've got a giant sandbag, free steel, heavy, functional, lasts a very, very, very long time. So, just take this, tie it up. You can do a better job than I'm doing right now. I'll just fix it later. And sandbag. A little bit weird, but it's not going to fall apart. It's not going to break. It's not going to get stuff everywhere in your gym or your backyard or wherever you're using it. So make them this way if you've got the materials. They'll last forever.